Hi, my name's Edward Povey, and in this video I want to introduce some websites that you can use in your teaching for creating different kinds of puzzles. Puzzles are obviously really good for young learners, and especially for kind of middle school, high school students that like to have these kind of logical worksheet kind of puzzles. So I want to introduce a few websites where you can create puzzles. The first one is crosswordlabs.com. This website is purely for making crosswords. Okay, so what is a crossword? Well, you can see a little example over here. It has these words that are connected together by blocks, and at the bottom there are hints or definitions or questions, and students have to read the questions and try to put the right words in to connect these boxes together. Okay, so you're going to see an example of a crossword in a moment. And when you go to the website, you get this kind of open page, so you can just dive straight into making something. Now, I've already prepared some text for a crossword, so I'm going to give this the title of Colors, and that will be the title. And in this next box here, this is where you put the answer words and the questions. What you have to do is you have to put the answer word first, space, and then write the question or the hint. Okay, so I've prepared something already just to save time. I'm just going to paste that in. So notice here, the first word is the answer that will appear in the crossword. These are colors. And then after, we've got the question. Now, just for this example, I've kept all the questions very simple and straightforward. What color is a banana? What color is the sea? And so on. But of course, you could have different kinds of questions depending on what you're studying. You could even have like a fill in the blank question here, where the blank is the answer word. Okay, so we've got some more settings down here. If you want, you can create a password, and you have some other settings, but I just usually leave those the same. And look here, you've got a little kind of preview of what it's going to make. Now, maybe you can, I've never tried this actually, you can change the settings and it will automatically update. These words are these words over here, your answer words. Okay, so let's see what looks good. That one looks good to me, and they're all quite close together and they're all connected in different ways. So if we click save and finish and just wait for the page to upgrade. Okay, so there is our crossword, and here are the hints or the questions to get the words. Okay, so last thing you need to do is go to print. You can print the page, or you can save it as a Word or a PDF, so that would be useful for later on. PDF is good for printing. If you need to edit or add anything, you can save it as a Word. And you can also, if needed, you can get the answer key. Let's just see what happens. Yeah, okay, so that opens a new window, and there you've got the answer for the student. So you could save that and have that on your computer to show at the end. Okay, so that is a crossword maker or generator, Crossword Labs. Lots of interesting ways you can use this. You can use this for review. You can even use it for grammar if you have gap fill activities where the gap is kind of a grammatical word like a verb or something like that. Okay, so that's Crossword Labs. Let's go to the next one. This is a Cryptogram Maker. Now, you may have seen a cryptogram, or maybe you're not sure what it is. So I'll show you when we make this. It's a kind of word puzzle where each letter of the alphabet has a number, and then the sentence is numbered, and students have to use the code with the alphabet to decipher the sentence. So this one is my favorite for making cryptograms. It's called kidzone.ws. I think maybe the full title, yeah, you've got puzzles and cryptogram there. Okay, so if you just search Cryptogram Maker, you'll find one of the top links will be Kidzone. Okay, now you can generate a random cryptogram, which maybe will use some kind of already created sentences, or you can build your own cryptogram. Probably what you want to do is change this sentence. Now that sentence could be like a review sentence. You could use some sentences that you've been studying from your textbooks, for example. Or you could just make like a fun sentence for the students to practice. Okay, so I'm just going to use this one here that it already suggests. Interesting thing about this sentence, it's kind of a famous sentence in English. This sentence includes every letter of the alphabet. It's kind of a famous sentence for that. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. Okay, so I'm going to hit create, and that will take us to the next page. Now you've got quite a lot of options here. Some of these are going to make puzzles that are quite difficult if you only give the code with the vowels or common letters. That's going to be quite difficult. So what I would suggest to make it a little bit more easy is to choose this one, where the solution is included in the code, but the blanks are not filled in. Okay. Yeah, the other options are going to be quite difficult. You can also get the answer here as well, so you can build one worksheet for the students and then one example answer worksheet. Okay, so as I mentioned, I think this is the best option, solution included, and let's build the cryptogram. Opens a new page, and here we go. So this is the alphabet with all of the numbers coded, and that's what I mean about the code there. So students use this code bank to decipher these words of your sentence. Okay, so that's a nice printable page. If you print that now, I'll just show you, you'll get a nice worksheet with the cryptogram clearly included at the top there. Okay, that's a nice, quite a nice kind of puzzle for spelling and for keeping students busy with, you know, deciphering some of your target sentences, especially kind of middle school, high school students that work at different rates. It's useful to have some of these extra puzzle worksheets aside, just in case some students finish quickly. Okay, so that's a Cryptogram Maker. Now there are other Cryptogram makers, but my favorite is this one. So I would just want to show you this website finally. This is Puzzle Maker by Discovery Education. If you just search for Puzzle Maker online, this will be one of the top hits. You can see at the top hit here, puzzlemaker.discoveryeducation.com. And on this website, you have many different types of puzzles. Okay, so you've got all these different options here. You've got a word search, which is a kind of typical classic kind of thing. You've probably made word searches before. If not, have a go making a word search. It's very simple. You just put the words in and it'll create the word search for you. It's a very fun kind of worksheet and good for practicing vocabulary. Here you've got the crossword, which is called crisscross. But you've also got some other different types of puzzles, like this is unscrambling words. So here you've got, that's probably the first one is giraffe, bear, fox, pig, bird. Okay, so students have to unscramble those letters and write them next to the scrambled word. And then the little circles probably give you like a final word, so students have to complete the unscrambling and find the hidden word message at the end. Okay, so there's a few different types, different kinds of puzzles, even some math, maze, which is not so good for language teaching. Yeah, so take a look. There's your cryptogram, so try it out. That might be good for you. So yeah, lots of different types of puzzle makers online. There's many different sites where you can generate things like word searches, crosswords, and cryptograms. Maybe you have a different website that's your favorite. So if you know another website, let me know. Send me a message or leave a comment about your favorite puzzle generators. Okay, so I hope that's useful. Thank you very much.